Hello, Earth Angels! Again, welcome to Expansion for Love. Today, we are going to start with a really fun message for Divine Feminine. And we'll start off with our singing bowl. Our space here. And yes, I'm going to start off with what would feed our heart at this time. And before I start, I actually just wanted to share, I just chose to come outside because it's so beautiful in this area, and I'm sorry for all of the sounds that you're going to hear, but I'm not sorry because I think you'll enjoy it. Of course, you'll hear the dogs, you'll hear people walking by or talking, but yeah, I just really wanted to come out. It just felt right. So, we'll start off by asking for a message from Spirit for what would feed our heart. For Divine Feminine at this time, what is a message that we need to hear? So we've got the Knight of Voices. That would be the Knight of Swords in the Muse deck. And we've got this beautiful Pegasus, right? And what looks like in front of the moon, in front of the sun is a moon, right? It's a cloudy, cloudy moon. I love that. Another reminder of the eclipse to come. A lunar eclipse, July 5th. And Knight of Voices. Yep. What would feed our heart at this time, beautiful Earth Angels, is that swift action, right? Ready to do the work that we know we're called to. And not being afraid of spreading those wings, right? And going far, far and wide. That will feed us right now. That's what the Knight of Swords does. Straight to the point, cuts through things, and starts to take action. So, I love that. Now, we'll pull from this incredible deck that is called the Oracle of Initiation. And this deck, I like to ask Spirit for Divine Feminine, what part of the journey are you on right now? What is that? Part of the initiation process is taking place. And that's so important to know because you may know within yourself already, right? You're intuitives, you are brilliant, and you're in tune. But to continue to stay that way, right, it really helps to reflect and look into, what part we're on, what part of this walk. And what Divine Feminine got for today is assimilation. And that's the part of the journey where we are integrating and kind of more in our zone of where we're going. We know, we're comfortable, we're walking it. And I say we're comfortable, but we're really not. It's just comfortable in the knowing that we're on our way to the higher ascension process, right? Not for pride, not for anything that comes with that, but just the growth so that we can continue to feed others and to be there for others. And that's a really challenging but good place to be right now, as there is a lot of different things going on in the world. And if you're assimilating and you're more in that process and in that zone, people are going to be able to feel grounded by you. And that is just part of the love that we want to share and express. So that is Divine Feminine's very, very encouraging. I can definitely tell you that's the part of the walk and the journey that I am on. As a collective, we are there. And now, well, this is the Sacred Rebels deck. It just, it's rich with messages. And we'll see what it is we need to hear right now. What is it the Divine Feminine what message does she need to hear? Does he need to hear? Does that divinity, that feminine divinity within, need to hear? Wow. Being shy. But the birds aren't being shy. They're super happy. Super communicative right now. Oop, there we go. There we go. I haven't seen this card in this deck yet, so I'm going to show you the back of the card. And then I'm going to show you the front of the card because it is the same. I did not know this was in the deck, and I love that. Number 21, beyond the mind, the heart beats. Number 21, beyond the mind, the heart beats. So it's speaking of, again, that connection that we have, right? From your heart chakra to your mind, to your crown, to your intuition, right? That is what we want to connect to, go beyond what we see in the 3D, beyond what we see in this world, and knowing that there's more, knowing that we are doing work with the purpose of sending out love and sharing love, and that we need to continue to connect that heart and that mind space. These places are so easy to disconnect. I do it all the time. It's still a process I'm very much learning. And being reminded that we need this right now, Divine Feminine, to go beyond the mind and to where the heart beats is just, like I said, just that connecting both of those beautiful, beautiful places within us to ourselves and with one another, so they can communicate clearly, so that then we can communicate exactly what we need to with the right message at the right time. So many of us Divine Feminines, light workers, starseeds, twin flames, on these journeys, right? We know that we have a lot to share, a lot of messages, right? Whether they are written, whether they are verbal, whether they are on a big stage, right? Or they are just simply on, camera, right? To one another. And it's something we really want to do, is make sure we connect those two, heart and mind, so that we stay on track with what it is. Those birds are so happy with what it is that we're called to do. Now, I'm going to pull a card for what work, Spirit, you would have Divine Feminine focus on at this time. And I'm actually going to draw 3 so that you could pick. Let me pick those up first. So that you could pick pile 1, 2, or 3, or should I say card 1, 2, or 3, right? And that will be the work you need to focus on at this time. So I'll pick card 1 first. Oh, here we go. We got all 3 at one time. That's awesome. So the first one for card 1. So pick your card, 1, 2, or 3. I'll let you do that for a moment. And then I will read it. Card 1 says, love and light. Your purpose is to bring divine healing light to this world. So what I asked Spirit for was, here and now, what is it that you need to hear about your work? And it's going to be card 1. It's going to be, what is that love and light right now that you're working on? That life purpose that you have? That's the focus. That's the focus for right now. I love that. Now, for card 2, the focus is writing. You heal, inspire, and teach and entertain with the words that you write. So card 2, those who picked card 2, Divine Feminines, beautiful earth angels on this earth walk that we are on. Let's focus on the writing. That's a very clear message. And card 3 now. For card 3, teaching. You inspire people to learn. This is the focus for the week. I say week, month, whatever it is, when you see this message gets to you, it's when you're supposed to hear it. You inspire young people to learn. So, the focus is super clear. Then I've got a message from your divine counterpart. I wanted to ask for Divine Feminine to have a message from your divine counterpart for what's happening right now in your love life and what you need to hear at this time. And so this is from my first relationship tarot. I love this deck so much that at some point we'll actually do some whole love readings on it, okay? But for now, we've got what's happening now for Divine Feminine. And the card that came out is the Magician. Of course, card number 1. Spirit is working with you to create the love life you want. Simply ask. Remember, the Magician has all the tools required in the tarot to create what to co-create, right, with Spirit. And so that's the card that was drawn. And in this particular square, there's little squares on this card, but the square I was looking for, what is happening now with the love life of Divine Feminine. And I'll show this to you. You have the power to ask for love or heartache. Did you hear that? You have the power to ask for love or for heartache. Spirit is listening to you, Magician, Divine Feminine. It sounds like the birds are fighting. But here this is, so you can see it yourself. I'm hoping that will focus for you. But that's loud and clear. Ask. Please, Divine Feminine, ask Spirit. Ask the universe. Ask your spirit guides. Ask who you will for love. Or whatever it is you're asking for. But we're focusing on love at the moment. So we hear you. We hear you, Spirit. That's good. Now, from the Moonology deck, I wanted to see what message Divine Feminine needs to hear at the moment. And there's this beautiful little spider on my leg. I don't know how he's found it comfortable, but somehow he has. He's totally like exploring. He's like, this is a different planet. Now, what does Divine Feminine need to hear from the Moonology deck? What is it? Hello.
Alright.
Oh, this pup is so cute. Yes, sir.
Oh.
We're recording. It's good.
That's a good thing.
Thank you.
They into that now more than resumes. They want to see.
Oh my goodness. True, true. You too. You too. Have a good day. Bye, pup. So cute. Oh my goodness. What is it, message? What spirit would you have us? Would you have us here for Divine Feminine? Very, very sweet gentleman asking. He's asking if I'm recording. I said, yes, sir, we are. That we are. Oh, ooh, Divine Feminine. I've actually been given a card. And it's the South Node. Don't let your past hold you back. And with this, I just want to remind you, if there is anything from your past, even things you don't think you've dealt with, but that you feel stuck with, that there's something in your energy field that feels stuck, I implore you, I've done this again and again, and I'll continue to. If you feel like you need to go to therapy, or you need to speak with somebody that you really trust, or you need to go find a psychic to speak to, please do that and trust your intuition. It will lead you to the right person. You will also know when you're with someone and it's not right. You will know it. But they will help you clear some things from the past and clear old energy from the past. And the South Node is reminding us. It is a reminder that there are things back there. And as light workers, we have lifetimes of pasts. And there is a lot to clear, and there is a lot to move from there. And it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's just what needs to be done. And what we've reaped is what we sow, right? And so that karma is something that needs to be worked through. And we want to work through it because it gets us to a place that is just healed and strong and very serviceable. We can really serve. From that place, it's a place I want to be. I want to work from that place for sure. So Divine Feminines, the last message we'll ask for is from the Sacred Destinies Oracle. And just see what it is that Spirit would have us consider for this time. Just a good message of what it is for Divine Feminine to think on. What is it, Spirit, that you would have Divine Feminine to think on at this time? Well, you know what? That card is the card. Wow. Forgiveness. And this beautiful soul is reaching their arms up to the moon and asking for that forgiveness. What is it that you feel like you need to ask forgiveness for? Who do you need to forgive, right? And Spirit's just reminding us, it's time to think on that. Meditate on it, write it in a journal if you need to. If you're not comfortable with that, you can always tear it out or write it on a computer paper and you can burn that thing up. But if it helps you to write it out and get it out, do it. But yeah, forgiveness. Who do you need to forgive and who do you need to ask forgiveness of? Or even, is it of yourself, Divine Feminine? Is there something within you that you recognize needs forgiving within you? Is there something from your childhood that you would like to clear? Take yourself back to that time and speak to yourself from today. What would you tell yourself? What would you tell your 11-year-old self, right? What would you tell your 15-year-old self? Maybe your 3-year-old self, right? So many things, but is there anything you need to ask forgiveness of yourself? And then you can go out and figure out if there's anyone you need to ask forgiveness of or that you need to forgive. So start with yourself, ourselves. Start with ourselves. I just have to show you this image again because it's powerful. Forgiveness. Oh my goodness, Divine Feminines, beautiful Earth Angels, thank you so much for letting me read for you. Please share this. Please give it a like. and subscribe so you do not miss any other videos that are coming out, because we've got more planned. And don't forget, I think it'll be really fun to do my first relationship tarot, a love reading. So that will be coming, so keep your eyes peeled. And make sure you also hit that bell notification so you get all the notifications. You want them all, okay? Take care. Thanks so much for joining me.